What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today, I am talking to you guys about CP championship points, earning and spending and costs, and earning a world's invite for the Pokemon trading card game, specifically in the United States, because that's where I know how to get a world's invite and I know what it's like, and I live in the United States. So you can still use this template, though, regardless of where you are. So you just have to click file, make a copy. I'll leave this link down below and you can use this. Um, you can change this. This is not like an equation or anything. This 500, if you're in a country that needs less than 500, you can just go in and change that. But the things in the black borders don't change because they have little functions in them that'll add all of this up. So this is basically built from my experience, what it takes me to get a world's invite, stuff like that. Flying out of the area I'm in. So flying prices might be different, gas prices might be different. Maybe you have a credit card that gives you better hotel prices, something like that. Maybe you pack all of your own food and this is going to be close to $0. Maybe you have a sponsor and you don't have to spend money on cards or sleeves. I don't know, but I basically overestimated if needed, just to be on the safe side, to not make this underestimated. But you guys can change this for yourself. So that's the good thing about this. This is my estimated costs, looking at my flight prices, where I am in conjunction to the regionals, how many League Cups I think I'll go to, things like that. Now, of course, this can all change if you get a breakout performance and you need less tournaments to get your 500 day one invite. But let's start and look at how I came to these prices and estimated costs and estimated amount of tournaments to get the CP earned. So, I started with 5 regionals. I think the best finish limit is 8 regionals, so you can go to 8 and get 8 points, 8 regionals worth of points to go towards your invite. But I think 3 to 5 regionals is a feasible amount for people that have on the lower end of spectrum of extra time to go to events and money and things like that. So I think 5 was a good place to start. For regional championships, at least, I estimated being able to drive to 2 and flying to 3. Now, if you're in driving distance of 0 regionals, this is probably going to go up. If you're in driving distance of 5 regionals, this is going to go down. So again, it does depend on you. Um, Prior to the pandemic, I remember paying like probably $200 round trip for like a flight to Dallas, but then after the pandemic, my flights were like 500 to 600 round trip for the recent regionals and IC and stuff. So I underestimated here compared to what I've been paying, because I've heard that other parts of the country are a lot cheaper than what I'm paying currently. But like I think my Peoria round trip flight's like $700 or something crazy. Um, but that could also be my fault for not booking months in advance. But I think a lot of people are in the position that I am, where you can't book months in advance, whether it's because of work, school, family, etc., and you don't know for certain that you'll be able to go. So yeah, that's where my travel costs for regionals came from. Hotel costs, this is assuming that you can share a room with a person or two for the weekend, and this is for the whole weekend. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. Tournament entry, I averaged to 65 per tournament entry for all the regionals. I know some are like 68, 72 or something, and whatever. Cards and sleeves. So cards and sleeves, I estimated to 50 per regional, because I figure if you're playing the Pokemon trading card game, you're already buying cards outside of your tournament needed cards. Like you'll probably buy a box or build a deck or whatever. Um, and so this I just estimated, okay, you got to pick up a couple cards morning of at the vendor, and you also need a box of sleeves. So if this is lower or higher than what you think it should be, you can go ahead and fix that for yourself. Food, I put at $50 for a regional weekend, so that's like Friday night dinner, Saturday every meal, and Sunday night some meals. Because I usually try to fly home Sunday night if I can, just because of my personal life situations, I want to get home faster because I don't want to put more responsibility on the other people in my household because I'm out playing Pokemon cards. So $50 is what I estimated for regionals. Food, um, back when I was on broke college finances prior to the pandemic, I probably tried to spend less than this. Now I might spend a little bit more because I might want to go out somewhere nicer to eat one of the nights. So again, that's completely up to you. This is here as an estimate. You can change these numbers as you see fit, how many events you want to go to, add more. You can add more rows just like this, insert row below if you want to add more regionals or something like that, or even delete regionals. And then CP earned. So this is kind of a low estimate. Again, this is so if you get a couple top 32s, a top 64, a top 256, and then whiff points at a regional. I already whiffed points at Baltimore, so that's uh that's a great start for me. I already have my 1 0 point regional set. Uh so yeah, but obviously if you win a regional, we put this up to 200, you can delete like 5 League Cups worth of CP, just about, if you have a breakout performance. So again, that's going to change if you perform well early on, and you can keep updating this as the season goes to track where you're at and what you need. So you could just leave these all at 0 if you want and use it as a CP tracker as well. Let's see. For international championships, the average Pokemon player goes to 1 international championship. The people who go to more than one international championship are in a very small percentage of the community. I'd love to, but it's not going for day two invite. It seems unnecessary for me to travel to foreign ICs in terms of, money spent and time off from producing content and coaching and time away from my dogs and my family and um just the overall traveling hassle of it. I don't think I need to go to foreign ICs to get my world's invite. It would be easier if I did, but it's like I said, a lot of time and money, etc. So maybe one day I will be able to go to a bunch of foreign ICs. Right now, I'm in the same pool as most of you watching this, where I will just go to North American International Championships and try to get my 100 points there. Um, Last year, I didn't even do well at Internats, and I got 80 CP. The prior 2 years, I got 100 CP both years. So, like, it's not international championships is a huge chunk of championship points. Um, and then we have League Cups. So, I don't know how many League Cups you'll go to. I don't know how many League Cups will be in your area, but when you look at the cost, say this regional, if you're let's even take the lower cost regional, $300 plus 125, that's 425. Let's call it an even 500 with tournament entry and sleeves, and then add another 50 for food. Let's even forget about that. Let's just call it $500 and you earn 60 CP. A League Cup is 15 entry, or I'm sorry, $20 entry on average, and maybe like $10 to $15 of gas and tolls. And first place gets 50 CP. Top 8 gets 25. The dollar to CP ratio for League Cups is insane compared to flying to a regional, which is why in 17, 18, and 19, I did a lot of League Cups to just grind out first and second and third and fourth places in those, because I didn't have the time and money to go to regionals. So again, if you're going to less League Cups, you can delete these. If you think the estimates are off, fix them for yourselves. I counted $5 food for League Cups, because even if you're packing your own food, that's money you're spending on it to take to the tournaments with you. And then estimating, average of a handful of top eights and then a couple of point whiffs at League Cups, because no matter how good you are, you're going to have some O2 drops at League Cups. And then a few League Challenges. League Challenges are um, less expensive. They're typically like $5 to $10 entry fee. Maybe they'll be a little closer to you, so I took the cost down on some of the league cups and some of the league challenges, and then first place at a league challenge gets you 15 CP. So it's the league cups, in my opinion, are the highest, are the most in your favor of money spent and time spent to championship points potentially earned ratio. League challenges are lower than league cups, and then besides league cups, international championships are probably the other best championship point earning strategy compared to money spent and time spent. So like I said, this is my estimate that it would cost this much if I went to all of these events. It would cost me around that much money. That's before, you know, travel rewards with your credit card, or selling the mats that you get at the tournaments, or winning prize money and, you know, putting that into the next part of travel. So that's without all of that. Um, that's without all of that taken into account. And also, this is for 500 CP. So again, you can change this CP to whatever you want, and this one will automatically update as you fill in the CP, and the money will automatically update as you fill in the money that you think you're going to have to spend on these events. So I hope this can help you guys out. I don't want to make this seem like it's hard to earn a Worlds invite. It's challenging, but you can be strategic around it to go to the events that are better, betterly that are more advantageous for you from the money to championship points earned ratio, like I was talking about. Try to go to the regionals in driving distance. Try to make it to your IC that's in your country. Um, Try to go to league cups when you can, and, you know, try hard at the league cups. Don't act like they're a locals. You know, meta game the heck out of those league cups and try to get your championship points, because you're spending time and money on those, even league challenges you are. Okay, yeah, so that's all I have to talk about today. But like I said, I'm going to leave this link in the description. You just click file, make a copy, and then you will have your own copy of this that you can do whatever you want with. Let me know if you have questions down below, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.